Ton of my vision, you young, you should get like me. I got your shorty, she with me. I gave her a jersey, I told her to join my team. It's best you go where it's safe.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
First play, going to throw it.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 6-yard line. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word, but if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump offside.
Touchdown, Bears! Corey Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with the touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage, probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now throwing on first down here. This is caught by Evans. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And the Lions are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Powell down to throw it. This will go to Henry out wide. And in for the Lions touchdown. Derrick Henry. He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Lions have come back to make it a 2-point game.
Boy, a little panic here early. A first quarter onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Chicago.
Jonathan Taylor with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown.
Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 2nd and 7.
Murray, pass over the middle, tipped, but he still brings it in.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. They fake the handoff, now Murray. Steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
The Bears at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Shotgun now from Murray.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And the Lions are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
You got to know as a quarterback it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Powell's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Well, this defense for the Bears, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Lions have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Bears 14.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now Murray off play action. Open man is Jordan, the tight end.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Murray going to throw. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's what really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Murray now on first down. Flushed out right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On second down, it's Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had a free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already have what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jonathan Taylor with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Bears are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point good by Prater. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll go play action. Powell. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Escaping the pressure right. His pass caught at the 4. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Third and 2. Here's Howell. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. George Kittle, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Now Myers for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Murray. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on second down, Powell. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Powell throwing on third down here. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now fourth down.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
Fourth down, Powell.
And a catch right side by Evans.
And he is going to have the Lions first down, as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk, 17 yards there on fourth down. Off the option, here's Henry. Levante David in on the tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Derrick Henry. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Bears 24. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Murray now to throw. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best. But these guys have been a little bit better, Charles. And a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. But if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's got some space here. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They keep it with Henry on first down. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Derrick Henry, 27 yards. And the Lions take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Lions 42. Bears 24.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. A short kick taken at the 18. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Murray going to try to throw on third down.
And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They're going for it. It's Murray. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. On play action, it's Murray. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. Here's Murray. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. To throw is Murray. Right side, it's the tight end, Hawkinson. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Throwing here, Howell. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Faking the handoff, Howell. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Howell throwing on first down here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Howell looking to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now Howell. He's got a man, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one goes for 30 yards. The play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. He's going to take another shot here. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
A short kick taken at the 18. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Micah Hyde comes flying in from safety for the sack.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now. Now Murray's got to have this one. On the slant, he's got Davis. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Murray to air it out again. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. Touchdown Bears. Jonathan Taylor. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during the game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Slot man moves right. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Howell throwing on third down here. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
So here we go, fourth down, Howell. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on fourth down, and the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said,
that's caught inside the 20. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. T.J. Hockenson from 4 yards out. And the Bears have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Howell. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Bears are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. Murray's throw there taken in by Smith. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Murray to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. Back to throw. Murray. Dancing to his left. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. To throw is Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Now they send a man in motion right. Now Murray. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did that? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Lions, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.